All right, so that's how you want the day to start off. Of course, a little bit of late money in the market regarding number one, Undisclosed. It did look to be a St. John Grey battle over here with Stable Companion that ran third in the end, Putin's Promise. But Undisclosed been knocking at the door. Well done to Mr. Grey, wherever he may be. Good to have John Foss at hand doing the saddling. And Jason Gates, all the way from KwaZulu-Natal. Great to have you up on the half-vault. So singing your praises when you went down to the start. I know you have a lot of success down in Durban, but great to have your talents up here, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir. So going down to the start, he gave me a really nice feel, and he's a big, strong, and quick little horse. You know, in the parading they said that if there's anything with more pace, I should try and find some cover. But so I jumped so well, and he towed me there easily, and he did it by himself. And yeah, into the straight, he's very gutsy, and I just asked him, and he kicked. So thank you to Mr. Gray and to the Academy, Mr. Moore and them, for making it all possible for me to be here today. And yeah, thank you for everything.
I think you pretty much won your race out of the machine because, like you said, he pinged the machines. He was there for nothing. And once you asked him to extend through the 400, it was pretty much race over.
Yeah, so, and you know what? I believe strongly that if I sat a little bit longer, even you could have even quickened better and won by further. But you're not looking to make him win by that far, so it's okay.
Jason, now obviously I'm not going to ask you too much about the first time rides. I'll speak to Mr. Foss about that. That horse Jackpot Jewel in the back, I'm particularly interested with him. He's a nice burly sort. I've been watching him closely. Last time he didn't have a smooth passage. But from an ideal draw, I know we're new in town for Mr. Verdenese. Punters need to pay attention.
Yes, Mr. Verdenese and myself have very good strike rate for that filly Ferrari. And I won on that first summer for him at hand as well. I've actually won on first summer for Mr. Gray as well. I think it's at hand. And yeah, so let's see what the day brings.
Lovely. I just want to ask you about the track condition out there. You happy with it?
Yes, it's good.
Super. When you're winning, it doesn't matter, eh?
Exactly.
Well done, Jason. Good to have you up in town. Well done. Well done, Mr. Foss. Lovely to have you doing the saddling. I know Mr. Gray, last time we spoke, he wasn't happy running first, second, and third. He wanted fourth as well. Yeah, but sure. You'll take first and third?
Yeah, happy with the runs. Horse went down well, came back accordingly. Well done to Jason. Nice ride. Basically left it to him. He had the draw. We had the claim. Horse has come well of late. He's been running good races, and he looked the foremost in the race. I think a lot of the first timers probably bred for a little bit further, which helped us a lot. And as I said, the stablemate probably this run a little bit soon after running last Thursday. But looking at his run, he's probably also looking for a little bit further.
And I think it's fair to say that punters can put him in the black book because he moved up at a stage. And like you said, when he gets the ground he's looking for, maybe next time out we can follow.
Yeah, look, he was drawn a bit deep today compared to his run last week. So, you know, Raymond was never really going to be able to have him up there like he did last week with Luke on. But as I said, he was kicking on at the finish, which was nice to see. And he looks like a nice little horse and definitely one to follow.
Mr. Foss, I know that you got a few. I'm not going to run through all of them. If you could single your next best for the guys?
I got two in the next, both first timers, probably going to be a bit green, probably both need the run, not expecting too much. We'd drawn a bit wide with the one Jason's on, and she's probably going to improve after a run or two, not expecting too much today. Sammy Musa always tries hard, drawn very wide today, but as I said, I'll leave it to Raymond from that draw. Probably run a decent sort of race, and as I said, we got a one in the last, probably looking for a lot further than the mile. So yeah, this was probably our best on the day, and as I said, probably the next would be Sammy Musa. Definite chance, but as I said, more of a place chance.
Mr. Foss, as always, I know you're a gentleman. I know your wife supports you in a big way. Great to have you out at the country track this afternoon, and enjoy the rest of it.
Thanks a lot, and St. John Grey, wherever he's watching from, I'm sure he'll be chuffed with this one.
Lovely, well done.
Thanks a lot. Pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Well done to Mr. Foss. Great to have him out here all the way at the VAAL. It's a long drive from Rheinkiesfontein, but he's certainly an absolute gentleman, and great to have him out here. Mr. Gray, wherever you may be, I know that you'll be tuned in via teletrack.com. Well played. The yard's really in good form at the moment. You've run first and third, Undisclosed, and Putin's Promise. I think a horse that we can follow when he gets the right sort of trip. But I think punters will be happy. I know that yesterday in Kimberley it wasn't too bad from the punting perspective. Today we've started off with the money horse coming through in the first, and let's hope that that trend continues throughout the rest of the afternoon.
Barista to gate 2, goes in, ready and fired away from that 1200 meter marker. Pacino was slow to begin, as was Noble Season, not too well away on debut. Undisclosed first to react. Zuberry's up there in second, and racing third, Putin's Promise, the red cap. Down along the inside is Pacific Dream, and then came Freon racing 4 lengths off the leader. Tight List is passing that one towards the outside, is up early, and then came Forbes'